What's up, guys? Happy Valentine's and welcome. Happy Valentine's Day. There we go. And welcome to the third edition of the live stream sessions. So, if you're joining this late, if this is already over and you're watching this after the fact, be sure to check the description below. I'm going to have timestamps to everything that we talk about, so that way you can just skip to whatever you want to see. You don't have to watch the whole 45-minute video or however long this ends up being. So, with that being said, in case you're wondering why this setup looks a little different, it's because I'm actually using my camera this time. The first two times I used the webcam on my computer and the microphone on my computer and everything. But this time I have a whole setup. Like you should see, I have my camera on the tripod with a couple wires coming out of it. Got my computer here. I have a big light up there. I got everything set up. So hopefully the video quality is a little bit better this time. When I tested it, it looked like it was better quality sometimes, but then other times it would kind of cut out, probably because of the Wi-Fi, because we just have typical normal home Wi-Fi, and so that's probably not quite good enough to support live streaming in 1080p, but apparently sometimes it works, so we're going to see how that goes. Anyway, hello Damian, what's up? What's good? Hey. So yeah, what was I going to say? What should I talk about first? Alright, so I'm going to start. Whoa, hey, thank you. You're an amazing person. Wow, that is a very high compliment. Thank you, Damian. Thank you very much. So, what should I talk about then? Alright, I'll start out by talking about something that has been on my mind a lot lately. Recently, I've been kind of wanting to make a little bit more money on the side because, as many of you know, I'm doing YouTube full-time, but I'm not making money with it yet. So what I want to do for right now is I want to try to pick up a job bartending because I think that would be super fun. I put literally a list of like 5 benefits of it. I think the most important things are that I'll start to make some money on the side, so I'm not just like blowing through my savings and everything like I'm pretty much doing now. It's good for charisma and building your social skills, just always talking to people like that. What else? I had a whole list of stuff. Oh, it'll be good for networking for the YouTube thing, either meeting people that can somehow help me out or just spreading the word about my channel in general. So that's something I'm definitely planning on doing. And also bartending is something that's usually done at night, and I feel like at night is probably my less productive time of the day. It's like once it's come like 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm mostly done with all my work, and then I work out, cook, eat, shower, whatever, and then after that I just end up kind of relaxing for a few hours. So this way, if I'm bartending at night, then I'll actually be kind of productive during that time. So hope that that can be the case. Alright, Damian, how to grow on YouTube. So I'll give you a couple little tips. Obviously, I'm not the master at this because I have 600 subscribers. Maybe if I had like 600,000, you should probably listen, but no, I'm just kidding. But I'll tell you, getting to the first 1,000 subscribers seems to be the hardest part of YouTube. And I don't just say this because I'm having a hard time getting it, but because I was just talking last night with a guy who has close to 100,000 subscribers, and he was telling me the exact same thing. He was saying, man, the first like 1,000 or so is really, really tough. It's the hardest part. Once you get past that, it'll be a lot easier. So my tips right now are going to be for you to get to your first 1,000 because I think that's the most important part, and it's the only part that I have experience in. So I would say my biggest strategy so far has been following similar channels that have similar content as you, but are much, much bigger. You subscribe to them, and then you turn on the post notifications so you get notified as soon as they drop the video. And then just whenever you're working or whenever you have it on your phone or something, if a video pops up that they just posted it, immediately go to it and then comment something relevant that's kind of providing value, like maybe adding on to the idea that they're talking about, or maybe hint at the fact that you have a channel, like say, oh man, thank you so much, you've been such an inspiration. You've even made me make my own channel now or something, you know, along those lines. And then you go and you like it yourself. And then if you have 2 or 3 other YouTube accounts like I do, you can switch to those accounts and like your own comments so that it goes up a little bit. And then more people will see it, and then more people will like it. And when those people see it, they're likely to click on your name and see what's up. And then if they like it, they'll subscribe to your channel. And so that's actually how I've gotten most of my subscribers so far. But the other way I'd say is just super, super organic, like just literally like try to make the best videos possible, which sounds really stupid, but seriously, like if your videos are really solid and people will click on them and watch them for a long time, then YouTube will promote those videos to more people will see them, more people will subscribe, etc. So that's kind of like the most organic, like true way to grow, which is what I'm trying to work on now. I'm trying to improve my CTR, the click-through rate, people actually clicking on the videos, and my watch time, so how long people stay and watch the video. So that's pretty much my advice for you on that. So next topic that I would like to talk about, so this is fun. I'm going to be doing a challenge. I made it up yesterday. I'm going to be doing an Instagram challenge because I've found that posting on Instagram for me is not natural at all. It's something that I have to really kind of force myself to do every once in a while. And so I want to kind of switch that up. I want to get used to posting on Instagram, and I think the best way to do that is to do a challenge where I post every single day for, let's say, 30 days maybe. And I'm going to try to start today. And what I'm going to do is I have my bio, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to make my bio very specific to the few areas that I want to talk about, which I'm pretty sure are going to be mindfulness, fitness, and house and techno music, because I'm absolutely in love with music, especially house and techno. And so every single day I'm going to post something related to any of those three things. So whether it's mindfulness, so posting something about meditation or spirituality or whatnot, or fitness, maybe some gym videos or pictures, and house and techno, maybe like dancing, maybe DJing, maybe if I go to a show, like actually tomorrow I'm going to Miami to watch a techno DJ, Marco Carola. That is going to be fantastic. I've actually already seen him once before, but now I'm even more into his music than I was at that point, so I'm going to absolutely love it. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to be posting something about any of those three topics on Instagram every single day, just so that I can kind of build up my personal brand, I guess, and be putting out content around the things that I love, around the things that I like to talk about and whatnot. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that actually, because I feel like posting on Instagram is one of those things where it's like I kind of dread it. I don't really think that it's something that I want to do, but then once I do it, I'm actually really glad that I posted. So like it's just a matter of getting over that hump and actually doing it. So be on the lookout for my Instagram. The game is going to be so much stronger for this next month or so, because I'll be posting every single day. So be looking forward to that. I'm going to go ahead and put my Instagram handle in the chat, Michael D1234 on Instagram. Boom. Yeah, so that's my handle in case you didn't know it. So be sure to look out there. I think today I'll start posting stuff. I'll probably take a nice little picture of my setup that I have here so you guys can see what I'm working with. So yeah. Yeah, and I guess YouTube would technically be another category of the stuff that I'd be posting on Instagram about. But anyway, let's see. What's up, Healing Elements? Solo Tantra Yoga, Anna, nice. Nice to see you here. Yeah, I've been using that term self-partnered a lot the last week or so, because I had a feeling I'd probably be spending Valentine's Day alone, and I'm not too bummed about it, to be honest. Like, this week or so, I don't know why, I've been feeling massive amounts of self-love. I've literally just been like so good, just chilling, just me being me. And like even the other day, it's gonna sound hilarious, but I thought it would be kind of like funny and also nice to write a kind of nice positive message on my whiteboard in my room so that I would wake up the next day and see it. Because it's almost like I figured that's something that would be nice if like a significant other would do for you, so why not do it for yourself, you know? You might as well. So that was pretty interesting. But I think even just the fact that I was in a headspace to be able to do something like that is kind of more indicative of where I'm at than the actual messages themselves, if that makes any sense. But yes, feeling lots of self-love. I'm happy to be loving myself this Valentine's Day. And if you are also alone on this Valentine's Day, it's not a bad thing. it is what it is. It is what you make of it. And I'm making the most of it. I think it's kind of fun, honestly. I don't know. It's like, it's going to be a good day. I'm not bummed. Like, there's no reason to be sad just because, like, you're supposed to have a Valentine and all this stuff. I'm like, no. Be your own Valentine. All right. Self-love, baby. Yes. Just reading through the comments. So, how's it going, guys? It's nice to have you guys here. Is the video quality better? Actually, yeah, go ahead and write that in the chat right now. Let me know, how is the video quality so far? Because I've changed the setup. I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but in case you weren't here, I have my actual camera right now plugged into a couple things, plus a nice light up here and everything. I tried to get all the settings right so that I can hopefully be streaming in 1080p HD or whatever. And when I tested it, it was like sometimes better quality and then sometimes like the same as the webcam. So I think it's just more of a matter of my Wi-Fi speed or something like that. But yeah, just let me know how the quality is if you like this better, because I kind of put a lot of work into it, so I'm kind of bummed that it's not like super HD like I was expecting. But yeah, I spent a lot of this week getting ready for this, so it's a pretty cool little setup. Like I said, I'll probably post this on Instagram later so you can see what I'm working with here. And this is also meant to be my DJing station, so I'll just leave all the DJ stuff here. It's actually right there anyway. You can kind of see it. Boom. Muy excelente. Definitely looks brighter. Yeah, and actually, I wasn't even going to use this light either. The only reason why I actually got it out is because it's kind of rainy here this morning, and it's all dark and gloomy outside, so there was no natural light. Normally this room, it's just all windows, so it would have been pretty good with all the natural light, but we're short on that this morning, so I had to whip out the big light, the big box light. So, yes. All right. What other stuff should we talk about? What's going on, guys? Does anybody have any questions, by the way? It's been a couple weeks since we've done a live stream. I'd love to hear if you guys have any burning questions that you're just dying to ask me. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about right now. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck right now. Great quality? Yes. Very glad to hear that. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, I know what to do. Let's make this more interesting. Ooh, yeah. Boom. Now we're talking. This is exactly how I'm going to be at Marco Carolla tomorrow night, this show that I'm talking about. I'm going to be dancing all over the place, so this is going to be fun. I'm going to keep it on for a second because this is kind of cool. Okay, so let's see. Looks clear. Have you done a podcast ever? I have not done a podcast, but if anybody here is familiar with Gary Vee, he's been talking a lot about how audio is on the rise because everybody's listening to stuff now. They're not necessarily watching things. Even YouTube videos people put on and they just listen to them while they do something else. So podcasts are actually growing a lot, and he highly encourages people to do that. I think podcasts are pretty cool, but in my own experience, I just feel like they're not as like efficient as a lot of other videos because usually videos are more like directed, like they get like 10 or 15 minutes of information, just boom, 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 slam, like right in your face. But a podcast is kind of more like this, where it's like maybe 45 minutes, but just like a conversation, and you might get like a couple really good pieces of information here and there, but I feel like it's kind of slower to pick it up, and I'm really big on efficiency. Like when I used to watch videos about whatever I was interested in, Back in the day, I would just like literally put it on 2 times speed and just listen to the guy speak super fast so I could get done with this video so I could go to the next video, just watch. Like, I was just like this information processing machine. So yeah, maybe podcast, maybe one day, but not anytime soon. So we'll see. Are you wearing pink for Valentine's? Yes, I am. I was wearing a different shirt, and then I changed into this one like 10 minutes before this because I just wanted to wear pink for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, you know. That's the second time I've messed up the word Valentine's Day this stream. But are you not seeing our comments right away? Maybe on delay podcast. So I might be seeing your comments. I don't know if they're coming in on time or not, but sometimes when I get talking about something or whatever, I don't see it until I'm done talking. But maybe they're coming in late too. I'm not sure. There is quite a delay, actually, now that I think about it. I'm looking at myself talking from like 30 seconds ago on the YouTube thing, so maybe things, are a little slow. But 60-second delay, wow. Yeah, if it's a 60-second delay, that's pretty annoying. But let's see. The hat. Yeah, the hat is very cool, is it not? I don't know if you saw that recent video where I kind of gave it a little cameo. I was like, yeah, this is a cool hat to have, whatever. It's reflective. I don't think it's really reflecting right now because of the way the light is, but if you take a picture of it or something, it is absolutely crazy. Let me go ahead and do that for you, actually. So photo, flash. Boom, that's all you see. Look at that. So imagine this in the club tomorrow night in Miami. That's going to be me. If you are also in the club in Miami tomorrow night and you see just a shiny silver thing, that's me. That is my hat. So, yes. And thank you, Damian. Look great in the glasses, but I might take them off now. Actually, no, I'll leave them on for a second. I'm kind of feeling it. Or check this out. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Whoa. Same thing but in red, and now everything is super, super red. I don't know if anybody here has ever worn red glasses, but they make everything red. But these, I swear, they make everything like double red. Everything is scary right now, like especially this big light in front of me. It's really kind of freaking me out, but wow. Okay, yeah, it's almost like hurting my eyes. But I'll definitely be wearing these tomorrow night too. Wow. All right. Healing Elements. I just saw this comment, but you started a podcast. How do you like it? How long ago did you start it? Where do you post it? How does that work? I'm kind of curious to know. Do you have it on any of these apps, like on Spotify or like Apple or whatever? Like, I don't really know how podcast stuff works in terms of that. Or do you just post podcast episodes to YouTube, or how does it work? But yeah, the red glasses. The red ones are very groovy. I like the red ones, but sometimes they kind of almost hurt the eyes. They're pretty intense. I am very ready for tomorrow. That's another thing. I mean, I talk about like music a lot, but oh my god. Recently I'm just absolutely loving music, and I think I figured out the reason why. I think it's because for so long, like pretty much my entire life up until maybe like a year ago, I was super, super logical, analytical, like straightforward, like very much connected with, if you want to go with the whole left brain, right brain type of thing, very left brain, just logical, math, reasoning, etc. And so I was never like that big into music because I just wasn't that in touch with my emotional human side, I guess. And recently I am just like absolutely loving reconnecting with that part of myself, because I feel like I kind of pushed it away for so long, and I was like never really much of an emotional or expressive person, and now music is really, really taking me back, like bringing me back out of my shell, or whatever I guess you could call it. But I'm really enjoying it. It's just like, for a while there, when I was getting into this personal development stuff, I would listen to podcasts and audiobooks and whatever in the car because I thought it was like a more efficient use of my time, instead of listening to music. It's a waste of time. But now I started to realize it's not a waste of time as long as you're really intentional about it. Like if you're playing music because you actually because it will raise your vibration in that moment, like if hearing music is going to make you happier, I think that's worth it. You want to be smarter, but you also want to be happier. You can't just be one or the other. So I've been doing that. But anyway. But yeah, Healing Elements. I can imagine that you really like the podcasting because I imagine podcasting is probably pretty similar to this, like the live streaming, and I really enjoy these live streams. Like, it's really fun to just kind of go back and forth with someone else. I don't know, by the way, in your podcast, is it just you talking, or do you bring anyone else on the show, or how does that work? Because I would... Wow, I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, if I was doing a podcast, I would definitely have other people on it because I like the kind of back and forth, because something I realized is by myself, like when I'm by myself, I start to think that I'm kind of like a boring person maybe, but then once I'm with other people, I'm like expressing myself and being crazy or whatever. And it's because I feel like as humans, like we need someone else to kind of go back and forth with. Like, if there's no one else there, it's kind of hard to express yourself because you're not just going to be in the house alone, like doing whatever. Well, sometimes I'll be laughing at on my own or dancing on my own or whatever. But my point is, like, I would have someone else on the podcast because it's so much easier to have a back and forth conversation where you can like react to each other, you can like ask each other questions, everything. It sounds really awesome, almost like what I'm doing here with talking to you guys in the comments. But anyway. Music is the gateway to the soul. I agree 100%. And I never would have agreed until like this year. Well, this past calendar year. For sure, it raises vibes, faux show. All right. Let me start getting in gear. I want to attend for sure. Okay, so another thing I was thinking about recently is I want to do... So originally my thought for this was there would be like an online course, but then I was like, I don't really think there's kind of the demand for that. And so I decided, you know what, I think I'll make it like a free online course on YouTube just to kind of test it out, because I don't really think it's something that I could really offer for money and find a lot of people to buy it. So I think I'm going to do it for free, just kind of for fun. Sorry if I'm messing with the mic right now. Do it kind of for free, for fun, put it on YouTube. But what it would be is a course on basically how to have fun and not give a fuck what other people think about you through dancing, which is a really unique take on the whole topic. But basically the way I came up with it was I realized that over the last couple of years, I've really, really learned how to not care so much what other people think about me, which was a huge problem. I think that was like something that plagued me when I was younger. Like I just cared so much what other people thought of me all the way up until like a year ago. And so this past year, I've been just doing a ton of listening to music, like I said, connecting with my more human side, raising my vibration. And I think that's really helped me to not care so much what other people think about me, which is a huge skill. Everyone wants to not care what other people think about them, but it's so much harder than it sounds. Like you can't just talk yourself into not caring what other people think. But what I've found is that when you dance, especially in public, like in a club or a festival or whatever the case may be, for me, even in the gym is probably my number one dancing location. I'm dancing between sets constantly. But I've found that when you do that, you realize that like probably no one really cares or notices you anyway, and then even if they do, it doesn't matter at all. You're probably never going to talk to them. And then even if you do talk to them, it's like not going to matter. It's just insignificant in the grand scheme of things. It's like, what's more important? You enjoying your music and dancing to it and vibing with it and having a good time, or everyone else's opinion about you when these people have nothing to do with you? Like, I wish more people in the gym would just be like dancing their asses off because they're enjoying their music that they're listening to. I mean, I'd hope that they're enjoying the music they're listening to because they're trying to work out to it. So hopefully it's pretty good music. So I wish I would just see like more than half of the people in the gym just kind of dancing and vibing, because it's like, you're listening to good music. What does everyone else's opinion matter to you? Like, why not at least just kind of, you know, just bop around to it? I don't know. That's just my hot take. But I feel like I was making a point there and then went on like a few tangents, and now I don't know where I am. Like, what was I talking about? I don't know. I'm just going to get back to the comments now. Oh yeah, the online course thing. Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah. So I was thinking of putting a series of like 5 videos or so, maybe just put one like every week, like maybe every Tuesday or every Friday or whatever. Post one video in the series and make it a little playlist on YouTube, like my how to not give a fuck what people think about you through dancing course. I'll definitely have to refine that title. But anyway, yeah, because I put a ton of notes in my phone about how this course would look, like all the different lessons, and there are at least 5 pretty big topics or lessons that I could talk about, and I think it would be pretty fun to record too, because I'd probably include a little bit of myself dancing, a little bit of like everything that I like to talk about. Like, there's so many like spiritual concepts that come into play here too, other concepts related to not caring what other people think about you apart from dancing. Just so much stuff that you could learn from that, but it's just not something that I think has some mass appeal. Like, it's not like people are Google searching, can I dance to stop caring what people think about me? Oh, what do you know? There's this course. Oh, cool. Let me buy it. So I think I'm just going to do it kind of for fun, kind of get the hang of what it's like to make an online course, like a series of videos. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, let's see. I'm going back to the comments now. Yes, Jupiter AA. It's harder than it sounds, but once you realize no one really cares anyway, it's easier. Yeah, that's how I got over just telling myself, who cares? Nobody. Yeah, very true. Tons of men would buy a course on confidence and being comfortable. Yeah, absolutely. There is a huge market for that. I just need to figure out how I would go about that one for sure. But yeah. Healing Elements, I'd love to check out your podcast. How can I find it? I can feel your energy. Jupiter AA, you're right. Healing Elements, amazing energy. She's like one of the people that's always here all the time for the live streams and the comments and everything. So much appreciation. Thank you, Shani. I appreciate you. So I do the same thing. There are so many notes in my phone. Oh yeah, notes in the phone is huge. I even made a video about it a few weeks ago. I'm sure you've seen it. Clearing your head by writing notes, because for me, once something comes into my head, it's just like juggling in there. Like, I can't forget it. So as soon as I write it down, I can drop it, forget about it, move on, use my head for more important things than just remembering stuff. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, something that I was this is another thing. Like, I'd love to hear someone's opinion on this, because I don't know if this exists. I haven't even done like a Google search or anything to see if this exists yet, so I'll probably do that after this live stream is over. But I want to ask you guys first anyway, because now I'm talking about it, so I have to explain. So something I realized is that, I said this in the last live stream, but if there's one thing I learned in 2019, it's how to have a good time, how to have fun, how to let loose, not care so much what other people think about you, follow your heart, do exactly what you want to do in the moment, be present, and just have fun. Like, real fun, not like going out with your friends to a club because that's what people are supposed to do and that's what fun is supposed to be, and then you go there and you stand around and tell yourself you're having fun. No, I mean like genuine fun, like so much fun. And so my point with all that, I just went on like a fun rant. My point with all that is there an industry, like, is there a niche for coaching how to have fun? like, I would love to be like a fun coach because I used to be super like stuck up. I used to be that guy I just described who would go to the club with his friends because that's what's supposed to be cool, and then just stand there and not really do anything, and then go home after and be like, well, I guess that was fun. Like, it's supposed to be fun. And I just never had much of a good time until like a year or two ago. And now I've really learned how to, like I said, not care what other people think. Just do whatever you want to do in the moment. Be present and have fun. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't really know how to do. And luckily for me, in 2019, that's almost all I did. It was my last semester of college and my first semester out of college. And so, as you can imagine, that meant lots of partying. I went to so many music festivals and concerts and DJ shows and all this stuff. And I got, like, it sounds stupid, but a ton of experience having fun. And now, like, I know the ways to have fun. And a lot of people don't know that. And I feel like it's something that could be coached, but I don't know if that's an actual thing. So now I'm going to go ahead and look at the comments, see if you guys have said anything. I was just ranting. So let's see what's up. Okay, thank you for the love. Feels amazing. I send back gratitude. Yeah, hell yeah. Awesome idea of notes and fun. We do that. Appreciate it. Hell yeah, Jupiter. Let's see if you feel the same way. I would love for you to join my channel and subscribe to the podcast. Okay. Yeah, solo Tantra. Anna, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm not sure people even want to have fun. Goes into self-awareness you talked about. Yeah, that's also a pretty good point. Like, or people might even sometimes think that they know how to have, like, I didn't think I had a problem, I didn't think that I didn't know how to have fun until I realized what fun really is for me. And so I don't think I would have looked for anyone to show me how to have fun. But, I don't know. I would love to do that, though. That would be a lot of fun. Maybe, like, bring people to festivals and shows and show them how to have fun in a music festival context. I could pretty easily do that, I think. Okay. Do what you love. You should definitely be a fun coach. I'd buy the course for sure. Awesome. I would love to continue to entertain that. I'm going to start researching it a little bit, Google that, see if that exists already. If not, see what I got to do to try to make that happen. But yeah. So yeah, guys, that's another thing. Still on the same topic of music and everything. There we go, look at my hair. Pretty good, right? Okay. So on the topic of music and whatnot, wow. This past week, I have DJed probably as much as I've done YouTube stuff. Like, on Friday, for example, a week ago today, I DJed for like maybe 2 hours in the middle of the day, just kind of hanging out. I think one of my friends, actually, I think I was alone at that point. Yeah, I think I was alone DJing for a couple hours during the day. And then later that evening, another one of my friends came over and we were about to watch Netflix, but instead of doing that, we said, you know what, let's just do like, because he also likes to DJ. He was like, you know what, let's do like a back-to-back or like a versus type of situation where one of us plays a song and then the next person has to mix into their song and then switch off. The next person mixes from that song into their song and just go back and forth like that. And we ended up doing that for at least an hour or so, and it was super fun trying to like mix each other's music and everything. And then he left at like midnight. So then I started DJing again because I was like, you know what, I haven't had enough. I'm going to DJ a little bit more. And so I DJed for like another hour and a half or so. And then I was about to go to sleep and I texted one of my friends. It's like 1:45 in the morning. I texted him like, yeah, I just DJed for like an hour and a half or like a few hours today. Like, I love it. And then he also likes DJing. This is my other friend that likes DJing. He was like, he called me immediately. As soon as I sent him that text, he called me and he was like, yo, I was just out. Like, I'm drunk right now. Like, I'm coming back from the bar or whatever. Should I come to your house and we can DJ? And I was like, if you want to, but I'm alone here. No one else is here. So if you want to, you can, but it's up to you. And he's like, yeah, maybe, whatever. So then I go and take a shower and then start setting up the DJ stuff. And then, again, because I'd already taken it down. And then he texts me and says that he he decided like he's just gonna go to sleep. He's like too drunk or whatever, doesn't want to like Uber over here and everything. So I was like, well, I already have the DJ stuff set up. So I started DJing again, and I didn't stop until like 2:45 or 3 in the morning or so. So another probably hour of DJing right there. So my point is, Friday I DJed like 4 or 5 hours total, and then throughout the week I've DJed most days probably at least like 45 minutes or an hour. So I'm really enjoying that. I don't know if it's something that I could end up like really pursuing, because it's obviously like something that would take a lot of time. I mean, if you want to master anything, everyone knows about this whole like 10,000 hour rule. You have to do it a lot before you're like really, really good at it. So we'll see if I keep having fun with it, if I keep enjoying it and just doing it on the side for a while. Maybe I could end up doing a couple little gigs around town, you know, like DJ at a bar, DJ at a bar, or at least like someone's party or something like that. And if it goes well, maybe see if I can kind of pursue that a little bit. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself either, because I think the best way to go about anything is to make sure you're always having fun with it at the time. And if you do that, it'll take you wherever. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. But all I know is that I enjoy doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it right now, at least as a hobby, and then we'll figure out what to do. Okay, so let's see. Have you tried laughter yoga? I have not. I've never even heard of that. I'll have to go Google that after, or if you want, you can explain it here. But I'll definitely be looking into that. Laughter yoga. That's interesting. Okay. I've actually looked for Awesome. Yep, laughing is very nice. I enjoy laughing a lot. Man. Yeah, yesterday I was just laughing by myself in the house quite a bit. Oh yeah, they're back. Pit stains. Infamous pit stains. Why does this always happen to me? I'm so sweaty. Well, right now I have this big box light, which probably isn't helping. Guys, I just thought of something. I don't know if any of you have ever worn a bucket hat before, but I tried Googling this to make sure I wasn't crazy, but then there were no results that came up, and I don't know if it's because it's so weird that no one's ever talked about it, or if it's so obvious that no one's ever talked about it. But I've never really worn a bucket hat until recently, and I realized that it makes everything sound different, because of the way that it's like over your ears. I think the way the sound like vibrates or reflects or bounces off into your ears, it comes off differently, and like you hear everything a little different. It's almost like there's a slight echo when you have this on. And I tried Googling that to see if I was crazy, and no one said anything about it. I was like, oh my god, am I just crazy, or I don't know. But oh well. Random question: have you seen a manatee in the wild out there in Florida? No, I don't think I have. I'm pretty sure I have not seen a manatee in the wild. But I don't spend that much time like on the water. I mean, the closest thing I could think of seeing wildlife kind of out in the ocean is when I went to Longboat Key in Sarasota, which is a place that we vacation all the time. We went on a little boat tour where it's sponsored by the, what do you call it, or it's ran by the aquarium there. And so I went on that boat tour, and they show you all sorts of fish, and you'll see some dolphins in the distance and stuff. It's pretty cool. But I have not seen any manatees. Jupiter, what part of Florida do you live in? Jupiter, where do you live that you see manatees all the time? I'm curious. I live in Central Florida. I'm in Orlando, so not even Blue Springs manatees. Are there manatees in the springs? Are you saying there's manatees in the springs? Oh, wow, Sarasota County. Awesome. That's funny. I'm down there all the time, like literally probably go there at least 3 times a year. So that's pretty cool. Sarasota. Throw these glasses back on for a minute. Boom. Now I'm ready for the weekend. Sarasota Canta. Alright, so yeah. Anything else you guys like to talk about? Because we're hitting the 40-minute mark, which is getting to be close to the time that I would call the end of this week's video session. So I don't really have much else to talk about, and I just want to hear if you guys have anything. But unfortunately, there's this really long delay, so now that I said that, I'm going to have to wait another like 30 to 60 seconds before I see anybody ask anything. So I'm just going to keep kind of rambling and looking around, and hopefully you guys will say something in the next few seconds. So this is awkward. Yeah, I don't have much else to talk about. Hit me with 1 or 2 last questions if you have anything. If not, I'll be peacing out, getting ready for the weekend. Yeah, that's another thing. I'll tell you my weekend plans. There's a guy that I know from college that might swing by either today or Sunday, and we're going to play around with making music, not just mixing music, but actually producing like a song on the software called Ableton, which is typically the software that DJs use or producers use to make their music. So we're going to try that, maybe go paddleboard around the lake a little bit. It's going to be a fun time. So, yeah. Okay, Jupiter, yes. First of all, cool that we live close to each other. That's awesome. Not that many Florida YouTube people. But what do I think on deja vu? The truth is, I haven't really looked into it that much. Like, all I really know about it is it's just kind of when you, like, are in a situation where you feel like you've already been in that situation or seen this thing happen before or whatever. And so I don't really have many thoughts on it, to be honest. You know, it's not something that I've really thought a whole lot about. I just use it almost more of like a, not funny, but just kind of like a light like thing. Like if my friend just did something that he just did like a week ago or something, I'd be like, oh, deja vu or something. You know, that's pretty much as far as I go with it. And last question from Healing Elements. What is the most fun thing or activity you have done to celebrate your birthday? Oh boy. That's a good question. What did I do last year? Last year or the year before that? Jeez. I'm trying to remember how I even have celebrated my last couple of birthdays. That's another thing. This is off topic, but I guess kind of relevant now. My memory is really, really weird. Like, I have just a brutally, like, awful ability to recall things. I can pretty easily remember things, like, when you show me it. Like, I can recognize stuff, but when you just ask me to bring something up, like a favorite movie or a favorite, like, a best memory or, like, something where I just have to pick something out of the blue, my mind just goes blank. I just can't think about it. And it's really bad. It's even when people ask me something like, how was my night last night? I'll be like, well, wait, why are you asking that? What did I do? Oh, you're right. Yeah, I went to this thing. Okay, yeah, it was good. like, I just forget stuff so fast. And I like to think that it's because I'm living so much in the present that I just don't mind the past. But that's probably not true. But anyway, fun things. The first thing that came to mind when you said fun thing or activity on my birthday, it was a couple years ago for my 21st. I was in a fraternity when I was in college, and we happened to be having a party. My birthday is November 19th, and that was I want to say a Sunday, I think. And we happened to be having a party that November 18th, that Saturday, which meant that during the party is when I turned 21. And so that was just a really fun time, being with all the friends and everything without even having to have me organize it. It was just like, we happened to be having a party that happened to be on my birthday. It worked out pretty well, and that was just a really fun time. So that was pretty wild. But yeah, I'm sure I've done other fun stuff. I'm just at an absolute blank right now. Like I don't even know what I was doing for my birthday last year or the year before. But oh well. Look out weekend, because here I come. Look out weekend, because here I come. Because weekends were made for fun. Oh my god. So it was mine, but once I started telling myself my memory is awesome and started journaling and believing it's becoming better. Jupiter, that's funny. That's exactly what I've thought to myself before. I've been like, well, maybe my memory is just bad because I tell myself it's bad, and that just like reinforces the fact that it's bad. Like maybe I just need to flip the script and tell myself a different story. So I definitely need to work on that as far as the whole story I tell myself around my memory goes. But I should also pair that, like you said, with something actionable, something that'll actually hopefully improve it, so then I can not just feel like I'm lying to myself and saying my memory is great when it doesn't seem like it is. So yeah, maybe if I start journaling or doing something like that, and then start opening my mind to the possibility that maybe I don't have a horrible memory, then maybe it'll improve. But that's a song you're too young to know, most likely. Yeah, I can't identify that song right off the bat. Maybe I've heard of it, I don't know. But that's a funny story, actually. I used to, in middle school, like for, I'd say like 7th and 8th grade or so, all I listened to that whole time was classic rock. That was the only type of music that I ever listened to. So if that's a classic rock song, there's actually a pretty good chance that I know it because I knew so many of those songs. And then in high school, I didn't really listen to a whole lot of music, so I just listened to whatever was popular, like all the pop and hip hop, whatever. Just listened to the radio in the car and stuff. I didn't really care too much about music, I guess. And then same for the beginning of college, honestly. Didn't really have much of a preference. Actually, no. I'd say in college, that's when I started to listen to a lot of reggaeton and like Spanish and Latin music, bachata, all that stuff. And I got super, super deep into that, and that was all I listened to for like 2 years. Like I said, I studied in Spain for a while, and so while I was there, I was listening to that. So a couple of years listening to that. And then senior year of college is when I finally started to drift away from that a little bit, and that's when I started getting into the EDM, the house, the techno, and all that stuff. And so now it's been a little over a year now that all I have been listening to is house and techno 90 to 95% of the time. Like maybe every once in a while I'll play a song from a different genre, but that's about it. But I can't remember my 20s. Alcohol. Yeah, to be honest, if I'm being honest with myself, that's probably also a big part of it. I do drink a pretty good amount, especially, like I said, I've been going out a lot this past year or so, so alcohol has been a part of that, and that might be affecting my memory as well. So maybe I should tone it down on the drinking a little, but oh yeah, classic rock, baby. I'm glad I had that phase. I'm glad I learned all that music, because now it's like I feel a lot more well-rounded. You know, if classic rock songs come on, I actually know the words, or I at least have heard of them, and it's not just like foreign to me. Like I feel a little bit older, like I feel like an old soul now, because I know the classic rock songs instead of just being completely ignorant to them. But I know someone looking to shoot a dance video for free. What do you mean by shoot a dance video? Like he's a videographer looking to film someone dancing, or vice versa, or what? I don't know. But no way. Healing Elements, raving in San Fran, techno. 24/7. There's actually a song, I was just listening to it yesterday. It's called San Fran Disco by Dom Dalla. It's like, San Francisco, where's your disco? But yeah, man, I really want to, like, I would love to make a set, a DJ set, like mixing music for, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour and a half, I don't know, however long it ends up being, and like post it to YouTube. I think that would be so cool, like have basically my own little set. But I don't know how it works in terms of copyright stuff, because YouTube is really bad about like putting other people's songs, you know. So I'm sure if I were to do that, oh my god, if I were to do that, the whole thing would probably get taken down for copyright by like 10 different people. But that would be fun. I don't know how that works though. Yes, he is video guy to help YouTube creators and grow his videographer channel. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm going to do in the dancing space, if I actually want to do anything there or not. Nice, Jupiter. Thank you for that. We're sending you good vibes as well. Thank you for being here. I enjoyed it. So, yes, stay healthy, enjoy the beach, wear sunscreen. There's a song called Wear Sunscreen, actually. It's pretty funny. It's from a speech about wearing sunscreen. But all about the water bottle and all-nighters. Love it. Super dope. That would be amazing. But yeah, okay. I think the time has come. I am officially going to wrap this thing up. So, it's been a lot of fun as usual. I'm glad you all could be here. Special shout outs to Healing Elements, to Jupiter AA, and to Solo Tantra Yoga. And who else was here? Was there anyone else that was here for a long time? It was mostly you guys, right? Yeah, and then Damian right off the bat in the beginning. I appreciate him being here too. So, yes. Yeah, that seems to be the squad of today, which it's been fun. It's been very fun. I'm very happy about the way this whole like quality thing turned out. I can't see the final product right now, of course. Ooh, of course. But hopefully when I'm editing the video, whatever, putting in the timestamps and everything, I'll get to see the quality. I think it should be quite a bit better than usual with the webcam and everything, because now I have this whole setup, which is pretty dope. It took a minute to set it up, but I think it was worth it. So anyway, if you are self-partnered this Valentine's Day, be happy, because it is what you make of it. There's no reason to worry about what other people think that you should be doing on Valentine's Day, whether you're 15 and you don't have a Valentine, or you're 50 and you don't have a Valentine. It doesn't matter, because you have yourself. Be your own Valentine. That's the message from today's video. So, with that being said, it's time to sign off. Peace! Alright, now I gotta stop